I was at rock bottom when I was first introduced to EFT, and turns out that was absolutely perfect timing because if it would have been introduced to me even a few days earlier, I would not have ever even considered it, especially if you tell me you tap on your face and say weird things. But hopefully, I can convince you to put it into your arsenal of living as a human being in the crazy times that we're living through right now, and you start using it before you hit rock bottom. EFT tapping might look silly, and at first you definitely feel silly doing it, but when you're done, it might take 10, maybe 15 minutes. You feel great. And especially, at least for me, I tried it during panic attacks, and by the end of it, even though, albeit it took a little while, um, my symptoms were reduced by probably like 80-85%, which was a godsend at that point. But on top of that, EFT is not only an experiential thing that you can try, has no native side effects. You don't have to take a drug. You don't have to be prescribed it by a doctor. You can just go on YouTube and find some guy in his basement showing you how to do it. And it definitely is experiential, but it is also clinically tested, and the results are pretty stunning. There was a study in 2018 that basically compared it to being used against cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, in treating depression and anxiety in adults and young adults. And the conclusion was EFT is as good, if not better, than CBT at treating those things, and it did it in less sessions. And the people who were using it described it as a more pleasant experience, and they had better overall adherence, which is the big thing. Because if you don't stick to something, it's worth it. There was a study done over the course of a 4-day EFT workshop in 2020, where they found across the participants a 40% decrease in anxiety, a 35% decrease in depression symptoms, a 30% decrease in PTSD symptoms, and a 51% decrease in pain and chronic pain syndromes, which is crazy. I could rattle off these studies all night long, but what it comes down to is go try it out. Like I said, the biggest downside you have is maybe you lose 15 minutes, but the upside is it could change your entire life, and it could help you deal with stress better, become a more resilient organism, and just live an overall better life. So try it out. Let me know if you feel any better afterwards.